Are we live yet? Hey? Maybe we are. Very good evening. Mesdames et messieurs. Wait, let me quickly see what's going on here. To be honest, only screen, live full screen basically. Look at this. The golang prodigy right here, right now. More testosterone than all these soy devs. You know what I mean? Look at this. Look at these guys. Oh my god, it's crazy. Wait, I have too many shenanigans going on here. Un momento, por favor. Gavaria de la Selva de la Gustavo Lima de transportar a la cocaína del aeropuerto. You see? I'm the man of the world. I'm speaking every single language. I'm gonna kill this screen. Also Twitch. I'm gonna get it out of here. Probably gonna get banned on YouTube for this. It's probably copyrighted music, but we don't care. Oh yeah. I need to do my marketing. Anthony, what are you doing? We tweet here, of course, and then notify the boys on Discord. I'm a little bit sick today, to be honest, guys. I'm performing at around 70%. But that's basically no excuse. That's no excuse to not stream today, you know what I mean? A man's got to do what a man's got to do. It's the bad days that makes a difference. You know what I mean? If you think you have a good day and you're performing and you're happy and you're, yeah, you know. It's the bad days that makes a difference, man. That's where the boys get separated from the men. It is what it is. Alright, do I have a multi-stream chat open, by the way? I'm still not I still cannot manage to do a multi thingy, but it is what it is. Look at this, man. It's amazing. Let's do a couple clears here to warm up. Yes, it's fine. I have corona. It was possible in 2023. Well, I have no clue what it is. I basically woke up this morning with a sore throat. You know what I mean? But insane. I woke up in the night, basically. I woke up in the night with a fucking sore throat. It was crazy. Each time I was swallowing and I had something big in my mouth. You know what I mean? I had something very big. And it hurt, right? Like a cactus or something, you know? An unshaved cactus, if you know what I mean. What camera do you use? Image is crisp. I'm using the Sony A6100 with the Sigma lens. People on Twitch, I'm so sorry guys. Come to YouTube because then I can see your chat. For some reason this Streamlabs desktop shenanigans is broken. It's borked. Nathan, Lazar, Osama Ibrahim, Terry, Prifty, Webstra Dev, the Peaky fucking Blinders, once again here on stream. Yeah, what are we going to do today? Well, we're basically going to implement active state persistence with some kind of a persistence thing. Redis, why? I don't know, because we can, right? It could be anything. And we're going to do this in Hollywood. Yeah, what else? Wait, I need to make a new playlist real quick, to be honest, because YouTube will basically demonetize my channel for using this thing. So I'm gonna mix. Like I said, we're gonna mix once again, guys. Look at this. Give me a second. DJ Anthony GG right here, right now. Just a momentos, por favor. Shit, going on here. Collections. Start browsing. You guys can see shit, of course, I know. Man, I'm getting gaming soundtracks, maybe this thing, and then I'm gonna try to play this right now. Kill this screen. Hey. It is what it is. As C Moslav, today is a good day. Like always, wish you an awesome stream. Thanks, man. I wish I wish this myself too. You know what I mean? And for the people on Twitch, not quite sure who that is. Yeah. If I can see your chat, I will respond. But the problem is this OBS thing, I'm still a noob. It is what it is. All right. Basically, today we're going to use VS Studio Code and not NVim. Why? Because you need to program in everything, right? We can do basically legit everything. So we're going to use code. It's a little bit visually better for people to watch, right? And NeoVim it's all cool and it's all fancy and everything, but it's just a tool, right? It doesn't matter. You can use whatever you want, as long as it's not something from JetBrains, right? So I'm going to say code in this thing here real quick. Of course, I'm going to bump up. Let's open up settings here. We're going to make this too. Save this, kill this, like this. Perfectly fine. Before we start the stream, I would be a very bad businessman if I don't basically bring up the sponsor of today of this stream. And that's me. It's the full-time GoDev for the people that don't know, for the people that are coming from JavaScript, Python, Ruby, Elixir, Lua, and anything else, and they want to become a full-time GoDev. Fulltimegodev.com is the place to be. It's a course, a program that I made. 20 years of experience, basically 10 years of Golang experience right here, right now. Check my YouTube channel, check my GitHub. I'm walking the talk all the fucking time. If you want to know what it is, check this video. We basically do everything. We have 3 amazing projects. The JSON API, hotel reservation backend, and then microservices. I think we make 5 or 6 microservices, connect them together, Kafka, Prometheus, shebang, gRPC, proto buffers, JSON transport, the whole fucking shebang, right? And then the blockchain from scratch and how to land a job. Check it out. I swear to God, it's amazing because I made it. 30% off for a very short time. Buy it now. Or regret. Forever. Ever. Ever. All right. The task at hand. So what we're going to do, guys, let me see. I love JetBrains. It's fine, guys. It doesn't matter. I'm just joking around. Yeah, so what we're going to do, we have this beautiful Hollywood framework on GitHub, which is mine active framework. And what we're going to do is basically we're going to create a new example because I want to test out and I want to see how easy it is. I want to make an example how easy it is to basically make your actor, right? And each time you shut it down, maybe it, I don't know, maybe it borked out or something, and you're willing to restart your actor, it's going to restate itself. You know what I mean? It's going to fetch the state it was. You know what I mean? And we're going to do that with Redis because, hey, that's fine. How are we going to do this? And the first thing we're going to do is click with our mouse, which is actually I'm not a fan of, but hey, this is what it is. So we're going to make a new folder. We're going to call this Persistence. Yeah, Persistence is perfectly fine. Yeah, and then last click of the day, I swear to God, we're going to make a new file in here, and it's going to be a main.go. Boom. Right, that's the last thing. I'm going to do a to-do here real quick, actually, to be honest, because I'm going to close all the editors, open up Persistence. Yeah, this one. All right, cool. Package made. Not quite sure if we're going to do a reaction video because I have no clue. I don't know what it is with these reaction videos. Tell me. I have no clue. Maybe we're going to discuss a topic. Wait, I need to record my whole shebang also. Boom. Press recording. Just a second, guys. We're going to react on something, but we're going to discuss. We're going to discuss something. That's what we're going to do, right? Let me see, the frame rate is okay. Yeah, fine. Because these reaction videos, I think the Primeagen is starting this thing, but I don't know, man. It's a complete other audience, right? It's basically a bunch of soy devs sitting there, coming from a depressed day, a depressed working day. You know what I mean? They're just writing JavaScript, TypeScript. It's boring. They are npm install, yarn the whole shebang. You know what I mean? They basically live inside of their node modules, and they are depressed. They are frustrated and they are stressed. So of course they're gonna watch some relaxing content, right? Some ha 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 he he he. You know what I mean? That's not the person that I want to be. You know what I mean? Then I have a little bit less subscribers. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Most used and subbed. I'm so sorry, guys, but hey. Like I said, I need to basically configure VS Code a little bit more, right? And I basically figured something out. You could do this, right? Look at this. You could do full screen. Look at this. You have a full screen. That's amazing. Let's use that. It's crazy. If I can get rid of these things here, that would be nice, right? Maybe we need to write a plugin or something to fix all that bullshit. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do basically is I think we need to hook into the middleware because we don't want to have anything of Redis inside of our actor. Let's first make an actor, right? Let's make a func main real quick here, to be honest. And then we're gonna say here type. Let's call this a player state. I don't know why, it's fancy. It's gonna be a structure, of course, right? And we're gonna have some state later on. We need to figure it out, right? Yeah, then we're going to implement the receiver function, right? Like usual, we're going to say p. Rusty. Player state come from the gym and everything. My hands are still shaking, you know what I mean? All these weights. Also cooked food and everything. Smells like onions, but hey. P player state, we're going to say receive here. Receive. Which is going to take in a C. And it's going to be an actor context. We're going to switch on some messages here. MSG is going to be C message like this, type like that, boom, boom, boom. Then we're going to say case actor. Very important. This is why these messages that are being sent from the framework itself are very important because we're going to hook into these to save the state and to load the state, right? It's going to be an actor started. Case actor stopped, right? Hey, easy, eh? Stop. Look at this, beautiful. Can we type? Yes, and we're going to say MSG is, no, we're going to say underscore is MSG. Why? Compiler. It's for the compiler. I bind leader TT to create a new file and leader W to write it. Oh yeah, that's actually nice. I think I can do the same thing with colon E and you press enter. It's going to pop up something, I think. Let's try this. Boom. You see? It's creating a new file for me. Colon E, just like in Vim, right? But this is so fucking weird, right? Like, I don't want this. It's VS Code. It's good, but it's also different. Okay, that's fine. And now we're gonna spawn this little baby boy here, and that's going to be first an engine, right? It's gonna be actor, new engine. And I'm going to say e spawn. There's going to be a pit, by the way. E spawn. And Redis will come, guys. Redis will come. I'm going to show you some real cool interface tricks. Because we're going to use some interface black magic and witchcraft. It's very, very interesting, actually, to be honest. E spawn. Yes, we're going to spawn this player. New player. Pointer to this player state. Actually, to be honest, player state, new player state, make this return an address of this player state like that. Pretty fine. No, that's not true. This is completely wrong. This needs to be an actor receiver. Beautiful. And then we're gonna spawn this new player state here. We're gonna give this a name. Player state, something like that, or maybe Kamal case. We can give some options, but that's for later on, right? And then we're going to say here, fmt, println, println, the pit is going to be this PD, and then we're going to say time, sleep, time, second, times 4 this time. Why? Because otherwise the main will exit and we don't see anything, right? We could also do a select, but that maybe is going to cause deadlock. I am not sure. Go run examples, persistence, may not go. All right, you see the pit, local play state, everything is fine, everything is booted up. Nice, right? So let's make the example. Are you on nvim? No, I'm basically on, you see, people cannot see what I'm using because I have this special configured VS Code, which is basically Vim, but much cleaner, with everything installed. The font, much crisper. The terminal, let us be honest, much better. Running tests better. You know, it's like, look, listen guys, listen. There is a dilemma, right? There are two beautiful girls, right? A girl with a nice ass and small tits, and a girl with big tits and average ass. They both smell very good. Who are you gonna pick? Who are you gonna pick? We pick them both. One day, girl A, and the other day, girl B. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Sometimes we feel ass, then we go for the ass one. And sometimes we feel tits, then we go for the tits one. That's the same thing with NeoVim and VS Code, right? What font is that? Consolas. Oh man, I'm getting sick. I'm not quite sure why that suddenly happens, but it is what it is. All right, new player state is this one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make some state here, right? Player gonna, for example, is gonna have some health or something. It's gonna be an int because yeah. Maybe a username. Yeah, that's actually correctly spelled. Username string health, something simple to begin with, right? Yeah. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna do. Let's construct this with a health int and a username, which is going to be a string here. Yes, and that's not going to return an actor receiver, that's going to return an actor producer. Why? Because we are passing in arguments, so we need to return a function. Here, a func that will return an actor.receiver. Right? And we're going to do this. Beautiful. So now we have the option, we have the possibility to give some state to this beautiful player state, right? So we're gonna say health, I don't know, 100 because that's what it is, and then the username is gonna be, I don't know, James. We always use James, and yeah, or Jamie. That could be girl and man, so we are not basically discriminating a gender. It's very important. You can also call this rock or something, right? You never know. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, right? On my channel, on my streams, the whole spectrum is welcome. But I'm full of testosterone. That's basically hey, we cannot deny that, right? Hey, if I was a ticking time bomb, is what I cannot think about that. Let's not think about that. So we're gonna call him James, right? It is what it is. Fine. What we're gonna do is something very nice. We're gonna set something up, right? Some use case up. How is that gonna work? Let's make a simple message here. Case, let's something cool. Type take damage. Struct. Let's do amount or something, which is going to be an integer. Yeah. And then we're going to say case take damage, right? We're going to say p health minus equals message amount, right? Now we can delete that. That's pretty fine. We're going to send a message here. So we're going to boot this guy up. We're going to sleep. We're going to sleep for basically 1 second, right? And then we're going to say, let's delete this. Actually, to be honest, we need that for later on. We're going to say engine, send a message to that bit, and the message is going to be take damage message, right? Boom. And we're going to take 10 damage. Actually, to be honest, let's make 9. And a very nice tip is, even though this is working fine, just put the 9 and take damage. I will never use this actually. Do always this. How do you call that? Typed argument? I don't know how you call this, right? But name your arguments in a structure. There is one video on YouTube, and I'm not quite sure from myself. I was working in a live stream or something, and I didn't do it, and it shot me in the foot. And I still have a big hole in it. You know what I mean? Don't do it. VS Codium is the one with the good face. Not quite sure. the face doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? There are a lot of tools to fix that. You know, you can put the lights out or something. Just imagine somebody else. You know, in your imagination, everything is possible. You know what I mean? But if you feel, you cannot imagine a flat surface being bumpy. You know, it's impossible, right? If somebody smells bad, you cannot imagine that you're in a fucking flower garden. You know, you're in a pile of shit. But the face, I mean, hey, oh, that's how I do things sometimes, right? All right, so that's fine. Oh my goodness. And now you're gonna sleep 2 seconds, or 3 even. Actually, 2 is fine. So yeah, fine. You're gonna say this, and then you're gonna actually print something out real quick. Print a line. We need to have a good setup, because people seeing this example, they need to feel the example. You know what I mean? You can make a simple example that doesn't make any sense. A player state would take damage from a grenade. That's actually, they can feel that, right? They can feel it. That's very important. P health, so we're gonna say took damage. Took damage. We're gonna say health. It's gonna be, I don't know, P health or something. Pretty fine, right? Clear. Go run. Actually, to be honest, took damage. Health mid 9. What the hell's going on? Of course. Guys, here. What is this? Who did this? This guy needs to be fired instantly. The health is going to be the health. And the username is going to be the username. Alright. Alright, this is going to work. And then we're going to we're going to hook into the middleware system. And that's fine, right? So basically the goal is we're going to boot this up. He's going to take damage 91. The game server is going to crash. And then we're going to reboot it. And yeah, exactly. His health should be 91 instead of 100 correctly, man. Started early, yes. Because this week I have the kids. It's, for me, sometimes jiggling around to know when I can start. So I set it at 6 o'clock. And if it's a half hour earlier, then it's very good for me. Because otherwise, yeah, it's just better sometimes, guys. Hey. My bad. Let me see what's going on at the multi-stream. Nothing. If somebody have experience with OBS multi-stream and the chat, let me know. Yes, so what we're gonna do is we need to make an, we need to check. Can you guys see this on the screen? Yeah, you can. It's gonna be middleware, hooks. I wanna see hooks. Hooks, right. So it's this guy here with hooks. It's gonna return an act receive func. That's fine. It's kind of a middleware pattern here. Let's paste that in. Let's return here a function which is going to be actually the same shenanigans. Let's copy that actually. Let's paste that in. Let's we need to return a func actor context also. That's really crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Boom, and then we need to call next somewhere. Oh, here. Next. See. It's all taken care of. What is the difference between returning the producer with the func and the receiver with the struct? That's actually JSON Lou. It's a very good question. That's a very good question, right? And people that asking this question, they're basically paying attention and they say, huh, what the fuck's going on? Very nice. Why? Well, oh, my throat hurts like a motherfucker. It's crazy. So basically, the actor producer, if you check what it is, it's basically a function that returns a receiver, right? And the receiver itself is just an interface that receives. So if we know that, what happens is that if we pass in a new player state like this, That basically means that we are placing the pointer of this thing, right? At the pointer of this function. So we don't have the option to give arguments, which is going to be just a receiver. But if we want to construct the player with arguments, right? In this case, we have health and username. We cannot return a receiver. We need to return a function that returns a receiver, right? And this is the function that we need to return, which is the producer. And then we can actually, it's basically some kind of a decorator pattern, from the video, yes. It decorates this, the new player state will decorate this thing because it returns the function that returns the producer. It's crazy! But this concept, is very important. So now we have the possibility to basically put in a health and a username, right? That's why. If you don't have arguments, you can return a receiver and just return new player state pointer, function pointer. If you have arguments, you need to return the producer, which is a function that returns receiver. Hey, I know, it's a little bit leveling up, but these concepts are very important to understand. I'm not quite sure how long my voice is going to survive. I'm not quite sure. We will see. I will go until the end, you know, until there is the last drip. I pushed an example which is about service discovery. Do you mind to review it? I will, my friend. I will. Thank you so much, Ibrahim Gumous, for your efforts. Drum and bass. Yes, so now, this with hooks, we're gonna call this with persistence. With persistence. And now is the tricky part, right? Because this is very hard. This problem is actually a very hard Golang problem, and the 34 people that are in here are gonna know how to solve this. And basically only, let's say 10%, maybe a little bit less of Golang developers out there know how to solve this. This is what it is. So do I know how to solve this? That's the question. Yes, because I have this running in production. Trading Light uses the same concept, but with another framework that I implemented. Yes, we return this actor context here. So the first thing we need to do, listen first. What we're gonna do is this, right? If we spawn our new player state, we have the option here, which is the option to actor opt funcs. And this, I'm gonna make a separate video probably tomorrow on how there's a special pattern. I call it I'm not quite sure what it is. It's the option pattern. gRPC uses it. And some others, but not much. Not a lot of people know what it is. So we're gonna say with persistence, right? I need to check with my mouse what's going on here. You cannot use with persistence value of type thing after context. Okay, that's actually bad news. You need to speak in hooks. Hooks is the way to go, guys. Ah, we forgot something very important. Look at this. Can you see? Yeah. Actor with middleware. Yes, of course. Right. It's the with pattern. Actor with middleware. It returns an opt func and it configurates this also with some kind of a decorator. It's crazy. It's actually a nice pattern. It's a little bit too much magic in my opinion. I would never use this for my projects, but for a library, for a framework, it's a very nice pattern because you can. The problem you're gonna have, I will make a video about it, but the problem is, let's say we don't have this pattern here with middleware, then somebody is forced to put an object inside of this, a struct. And if they do not fill in, for example, they cannot fill in all the options, right? Because there are a lot of options you can set. For example, with default options, with middleware, with restart delay, with inbox size, with max restarts, with tags, and so on and so on. yeah, like I said, if you don't do it with this pattern, the problem is that they're gonna need to provide it with a struct. But that's ugly because maybe they don't want to provide any option. Maybe they want to provide one option. And then you need to check all the time if something is set and a default value. It's just nasty. With middleware, with persistence, how does this actually work? Let's get back to hooks once again. Last time, I swear. Okay. That seems like the same thing, to be honest. Oh, it's actor with middleware. I'm legit stupid. Actor with middleware. Yes, beautiful, fine. So now, look at this. We're gonna build this up, right? There is a problem. What is our problem? The problem is we have an actor, player state, we have health, we have username. If our actor goes down, problems arise, borking, it never knows, and it boots back up. It needs to fetch the state, and we want to do it as clean as possible, right? We don't want to basically put our Redis stuff inside of our player state, right? We're not going to say a Redis client here. For example, I see a lot of people doing this. The first thing, oh, I'm going to make a Redis client in here, right? And then each time it started, no, that's not what you want to do. We're going to make it optionable. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we're going to have here, we can actually switch here also on the message, right? We're going to have the same option that an actor has because we are in a middleware. It's like an onion, which I eat it. And by the way, if you want to have big testosterone, naturally eat a lot of onions. I swear to God. It's no kid. I eat a lot of onions. It's very important. It's something in it. I don't know what it is. Some antioxidant shenanigans. Do it. And do it now. Right, so we're going to say case actor started. Or maybe initialized, actually, why not? We're going to say, for example, fmt println. We're going to say we are in the middleware, in the persistence middleware, persistence and MW, right? Yeah, we could do this. Yeah, that's fine. Right? So let's try this, right? Building problems up. We are in the persistence middleware. Beautiful. What do we see? We see that we are in the persistence middleware is getting called, uninitialized, process getting started, and then we took damage. Perfectly fine. The next thing we're gonna do, case actor stopped. On initialize. Actually, to be honest, actor stopped. Need to save the state. State! Yes, right. How do we stop an actor? Good question, because if you just kill your actors, that would be so fucking BS with Control C or something. No, we're gonna send a poison pill, right? So we're gonna take damage here, we're gonna wait 2 seconds, and then we're gonna say E, poison. We're gonna poison that pit. Right? And poison will stop your actor. Yeah, but what if we have a play state, it's running in production, and it's borking, and we don't send a poison? That's no problem, because we always the supervisor of your actor is always going to call stopped if your process is crashing, right? There's some kind of a supervisor, and if your actor is crashing, that does not mean that the supervisor is crashing, right? It's your actor that's crashing, it's panicking. And then the supervisor will say, oh, I'm gonna send stopped to the process, because we are restarting continuously. We give you the fake, I give you the fake assumption that your program is crashing, but we are recovering all the time. Where? It's in process. Process.go. Here. Try restart, right? Wait. Here, this recover, basically. This recover will basically fetch... well, it's a safety net for your actor. You can never panic. You can never crash. We will always recover. Right? Recover. It's always good. Alright. Oh, man. Abinant, what up, man? Yeah. Oh, fuck, man. I'm dying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm suffering. But hey. Yeah. So here. I'm back at the game. We are in a persistence on initialize, yada yada, and then actor stopped. We need to save the state, right? So let's test this out. If the next phase of the problem-solving thing. Boom. Okay, this is very problematic. I swear to God. Our poison is, I think our poison is broken. Actor stopped. We don't receive this message. I swear to God that I tested this. What's the name of the video where you implemented the faster version of Go channels? Something with LMAX Disruptor. It's from Hollywood also. It's this framework has the queue. But yeah. Damn, this is actually nasty. Why is that? We also have the option to do weight groups. This is like this is crazy shenanigans going on. I know. Send local poison pill. It's process. I need to double check why this thing is borking out. Cleanup. You see? We sent this, right? Apply middleware here. Message stopped is here. A lot of people will actually wonder what this is, right? Look at this. You know what I mean? A function with another function. It's basically a function returns a function and you call the function directly. That's what it is. Apply middleware here. It's also some kind of a pattern, which you don't see that often, right? I know what's going on. Yeah, I already know what's going on. So we're going back to main of persistence. No child procs, persistence. We need to sleep here because we're basically poisoning, but everything is asynchronous. That's why I have a wait group. Right? Actually, to be honest, I can show you. Right? Let's do an sync wait group. Right? I think we need a pointer to this special guest here. And we're gonna put a wait group inside. Look at this, how beautiful I made this framework. This is complete written by a god. It's you can basically do a wait group here, right? And what is gonna happen is if it detects there is a pointer to the wait group, then what it's doing, it's going to wait. It's going to add one to the wait group, and so you can wait here. VG wait. That basically means that you can wait until your actor is stopped, because everything is non-blocking, right? Non-blocking. I hope that's true, because otherwise, yeah. All right. Actor stopped, need to save the state. Beautiful, right? So if you want to poison your actors and you want to wait until they're poisoned, this is the way to go. Sync water group. Atticus, what up, man? Atticus, bonjour, mon ami, ça va bien avec toi? Parce que parler français, très bien. Aussi, partie des amis. Like I said, you're here with a man of the world, speaking all languages. All right, so yeah, fine. So the next thing we're gonna do now, we have set up. We know that we can intercept started messages and we can intercept stop messages. What do we know? Well, if we know that we can intercept on stopped, we know that we can save the state first. And if we can intercept messages on started, we know that we can load the state, right? That's what's up. So with persistence. But how are we going to do this here? How is it going to work, Anthony? Whoa, please. I cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel. I cannot see the horizon after the trees in the woods. What should I do? Well, you don't need to know the way. Very important lesson here. I think there is some kind of a parable, analogy or something, like a story. But if you lost your way in life and you don't know where to go, take the next step, right? There's always a next step. If you're in the woods, what's the next step? It's putting your left leg before your right and your right leg before your left, right? That's the next step. And as long as you know that, you will finally figure it out, right? Finally, sooner or later, you will find a way, young Padawan. And that's the same with programming, right? You don't need to see the end result. You just build it up and it will guide you, right? It will guide you. Let the bytes guide your way. Okay. Okay, so what's a state? A state is going to be health and username. How can we, if you think about that, how can we basically make something generic? Well, we could do something like this. Type state, right? It's going to be a structure. And we could say yeah, let's do something like this because we don't want to, maybe we don't want to save all of the variables. Let's make the health in here. I'm just trying to come up with something, right? I didn't actually know. Let's make this a JSON object. Why? You will see why. Probably Redis can do a lot of stuff, but let's make this health here, right? Let's, because I'm lazy, I'm gonna paste that in here and call this username, right? Username. Let's delete this and let's give this a state, which is gonna be the state here, right? Of course, we're gonna be in the big trouble. We're gonna say P. Actually, to be honest, I have a better idea, guys. I have a so good idea once again. It's fine. String. Look at this. We're not gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna keep it a little bit data oriented. Very important, data oriented design. We're gonna, because player can have multiple shenanigans, right? Multiple variables, members, right? But maybe we don't want to save them all. Maybe we just want to save the health and an IP address or something. I have no fucking clue. Maybe some points or some, I don't know, V-bucks or something, you know, Robux. Yeah. Okay, cool. How can we... First of all, I think what we're going to do is, like I said, how can we basically make some kind of a simplified version of the state that can work for everything? Because my player, his state is health username, but who's telling me that if I have this beautiful persistence plugin for another actor that maybe has, I don't know, maybe it's an advertising actor and it tracks some kind of users or pets or something, I don't know. Well, what we could do is make an interface, right? We could say this. Look at that. Type persistable, but don't do that because the golang community is gonna clap your cheek so fucking hard you don't know what time it is. So don't do it. Persister. That's what they want to see. Persister. Is that actually true? Persistence. Yeah, persister. Just like that. That's going to be an interface. And we want to know the state we want to save. But Anthony, how can we... Bytes! Just bytes, guys. Bytes. A slice of bytes. That's what we need. A bytes buffer. Bytes. That's the only thing. And the rest is going to be an item of T with a vec T item T unwrap me T item a bull thread thingy, like something crazy. But here's just bytes, man. Programming, the only thing we do is moving bytes around, reading and writing them. right? That's the only thing we do. So we're going to make it a slice of bytes. The question about it is, we know if we call state here, right? And look at this. Let's start simple, right? I'm being very educational today. I'm being very educational. Normally I'm not, but actually always. But today it's a very high educational day. By the way, for the people that are willing to become a Golang guru, just like me, fulltimegodev.com. I'm like I said, this is where I teach all this kind of stuff in depth, over 50 hours of content, and still ongoing. Buy once, enjoy forever, and also enjoy the updates forever. Yeah, let's implement the state for this player state, which I know sounds a little bit weird, but hey. So we're gonna say func p player state. State. We could say get state or something. Hey, it is what it is. And we need to have some bytes here, right? Whoop. All right, cool. Right, today is going to be, I swear, this is going to be very important. Call your friends, cancel your dates. Spaghetti, that's for later, not now. We're going to say here, yeah. Man, my throat. I need to keep talking, otherwise I'm getting, it hurts. We're going to say, we're going to make a state as, or state, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a state, right? We're going to fill it up. The first thing we're going to do is fill it up, right? We're going to fill it up. Actually, yeah, it's fine. We're going to say that the username is going to be the player's username, right? And then we're going to say that the health, his current health, is going to be p health. Very simple. It's your classic to do tutorial stuff, right? And then we're going to say that the br is going to be JSON.unmarshal. That's not true. It's going to be marshal, like not matters, not marshal matters. Also not marshal from Paw Patrol, but the JSON marshal, right? And if you have kids, you're going to know marshal from Paw Patrol. If you don't have kids, you're goddamn lucky. Not that I don't love them, but it's a very hard responsibility, right? In life, people think, I'm going to buy a dog, I'm going to buy a goldfish, I'm going to make some kids, I'm going to get a girlfriend, I'm going to make some more friends, I'm going to be social, I have a big social life. You're actually handicapping yourself, right? You need to, hey, listen, you need to keep your social circle very small, because the more friends you have, the more responsibilities you have. Because by the end of the day, who are your true friends? A handful, maybe one or two, right? So all these others are just basically burden, right? Oh, and they call you and they have problems with their wife. They have problems in school. They have problems always with their problems, as if your life is perfectly fine. Like, hey, my life is good. I'm happy. I'm rich. I made it. Bring all your problems to me. I will help you. Of course not. Right? They need to leave you alone. You have your own problems. You have your own focus. You have your own goals. You have your own visions. You don't want to have a dog because if you need to go, for example, a weekend trip, city trip, what do you do with your dog? You're going to freeze them in? Of course not. You need to, your goldfish, the goldfish questionable, but who's going to take care of your pets? Exactly. You need to figure that out. Right? A girlfriend, the same thing. Always problem. There's always drama. A girlfriend is always drama. And that's something you need to live with it, right? There's always a problem. And oh, and my colleagues, I had a stressful day. And oh, honey. And oh, honey, when are we going to do this? Honey. And honey. And honey. Hey. So if I can give you a very nice tip, try to be as lone, try to keep your social circle and your responsibilities as minimalistic as possible. Yes. And focus on your own life. And think twice if you want to make kids. Think twice, because kids are good, but is this the world we want to raise them in? I don't think so. Start me with Paw Patrol. Insider knows what it is, right? Insider, you already getting anxiety attacks. All right, JSON marshal. We're going to marshal this. Do we need to do end state here, or what is this? And if there is an error, that's a good question, right? That's a thing, right? We could do this. Depends, questionable. if the error is not null, we are going to basically return null, because it's a byte slice, you can return null, and then the error here, and otherwise we return, actually, to be honest, I'm an idiot. Just return the whole shebang. Boom. Simple, right? State. Cool. That's that. Okay, cool. Now you're gonna say, yeah, but how? How? I don't know. So now in stopped, we need to find the state. That's the next assignment. So we could say that the state error is going to be C receiver. Right? This receiver is going to be the receiver. Which is going to be the player state, because that's the receiver, right? Is there a possibility that we can do this first? If persist, if P, okay, is going to be C a receiver. Not quite sure it's going to work, by the way. We're going to cast this to... I'm gonna cast this to an persister. Okay. P.state. It's that easy. So the state error is going to be P.state. It's not gonna work. Why? P. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's this interface here. Where is this interface? Here. Stay. We're gonna say yeah. Of course. Errors, right? Fixing things on the fly, right? So we're gonna have this one. If there is an error here, well, if you close your what you're gonna do? Nothing, right? You're gonna log it out. What you gonna do? Nothing. So you could do a log, info, fmt. Fmt is the way to go. Fmt println. Could not. Of course, hey, if this is an example, right? This is not the best frame. Error message could not basically get state or from get state. It's fine. I'm gonna say the error here and hey. Vamos a la playa. That's what we're gonna do. Of course, we're gonna basically return here, right? No, actually not. We're gonna say next. Because we're a good house father. And then we're gonna return. Right? But if everything is fine, we're gonna have an S here, and then we're gonna say fmt println just to save. And here we're gonna store it into Redis, which is the last piece of the puzzle, right? It's the easy piece of the puzzle, right? This is the hard piece of the puzzle. Println. But you could even make it an interface, right? You could even dependency inject a store, could be anything. It could be a Redis store. It could be a Mongo store, a Postgres store. We're going to inject that thing. Inject, like every evening. Something like that. Because we are injectors. Hey, true or not, we are injectors. We inject. We need to be very... This is YouTube. We need to be... Yeah. In JSON, you don't need a pointer, bro. That's true, guy. That's true. Vazi, thank you very much. Where is this thing? You don't need a pointer. That's true. No pointer. Fuck pointers here. Thank you very much, Vazi. That's what I want to see. I actually did it accidental. Not accidental, I did it with purpose, right? So I can spot the people that are paying attention. Okay, cool. So then we have this state here. So we're going to basically print that out. We're going to say state marshaled, of course, right? It's marshaled. It's going to be a slice of bytes, right? That's what it's going to be. So what did we do? The only thing we need to do is implement state and return some bytes. That's the only thing we needed to do. I think the problematic problem will reside in loading the state. Not quite sure. Maybe we're gonna have some more thingies. Let's do that. Yeah, okay, cool. So we see the state. That's very simple. We have byte slice. We can easily save that in Redis. The problem is we also need something else because we have this byte slice. Where are we going to store that? Well, I think we could do something like, we have two options, right? We need a key, right? You have always a key and a value, right? So the key is going to be something and the value is going to be the state, of course, a marshaled state. This time it's going to be a JSON marshal. You can marshal it the way you want, right? That's something you need to take care of. The only thing we are going to do is store bytes, right? How it's formatted, we don't care. You can even oh my goodness, it hurts. Okay, I need to find my focus back. The key, that's a problem, right? So where are we? Atop here. Yeah. All right, the shenanigans here. Then we have the state. How can we find the key? I'm gonna think. Maybe we're gonna use the bit. Can we find that? See, bit. Look at that. You could do this. Maybe a printf just to say saving state, which is going to be bytes here. We don't care about that. And key %s. Actually, we don't need a printf, but it is what it is, because we need a /n here, otherwise we are in big problem. Context bit, that's going to be our process ID, right? I think that's fair enough, because it's a unique ID, so we can store it there. So, hey, looks good to me, right? Let's see what's going on. I'm muting my own fucking thing here. Go run examples, persistence, press enter. Let's see if the stream is fine. Everybody's here. Yes, no errors. Fine. Frame rate, good. Alright, as declared, not used. Motherfucker. Let's kill him. Boom. Okay. Saving state in key local player state. Why is it local? Local is basically some kind of a prefix from the framework itself. And it's if you're not in a remote environment, right? Because this is basically local actors. They're setting local in memory, right? But you can also boot up a remote, which has a port, which is with TCP and proto buffers, right? It's using DRPC, not gRPC, but DRPC. And then you're gonna have, instead of local, you're gonna have your IP port, right? Hey, you're gonna be a real actor. You're gonna be a real distributed god very soon, guys. Very soon. Okay, so then we have this thing we can store. We have a key, we have a value. Muy bien. The next thing we're gonna do is initialize. I think it's gonna be a problematic problem because right now, right here, we need to find we need to find, the thing is what's going to happen is this, right? We're going to do the same thing, right? We're first going to check if it's a persister, right? Actually, to make it clear, what you could do is, yeah, it's fine. Let's do it here. I would do this, right? If P, no, it's fine. Don't mind me. Actually, you could do this. You could say if, let's do this, P okay, and we're going to say if not okay, right? We can basically return, or C next, actually. C. Next, actually. Next C. That's the thing. What's going on? Next C and return. And then do our thing here. That's basically putting everything to the left, right? It's very important in programming. Try to basically program as much to the left as you can, right? Remember Node back in the days? Just to the left. Like Beyonce, right? In the box to the left. In the closet. That's my stuff. It was actually a good song, if I remember that. To the left, to the left. Yeah, I can feel it again. Woo! That's actually a song from a Friday evening with your girl, you know what I mean? No, it's actually not true. To the left, that means it. No, this song is no, don't mind me. Don't ever listen to me for dating advice. Because that song is basically about she dumping her man or something, right? And he needs to put everything to the left. Except the clothes in the closet, because that's her stuff. You know what I mean? Anyway. Alright, so we have P is going to be the persister, right? So it basically means that if we are in this scope, we know that we are in a persister. So we have a persister here. So then we're going to call state, but that's not what we want, right? Because we need to unmarshal. You see, a couple problems will rise up because we cannot basically make our serialization protocol. We cannot make it. What we can do, what we actually can do, is putting some genetics into the mix, to be honest. Golang genetics. We can do Golang genetics into the mix. I'm gonna call this get state. Let's save state for now. I'm thinking here. I need to think a little bit, to be honest. We know the key, right? We know the key, but then we have bytes. So what's gonna happen is this, right? So, right, we know the key. Yeah, the key is gonna be this thing. It's gonna be a C bit, right? We're gonna fetch from Redis, fetch from store. For example, I don't know, a Redis or something else, right? And then we're gonna have B. That's not true. We're gonna have something like this. If R is going to be JSON unmarshal, then we need to have a state here, which we have no clue what this is gonna be, right? We have no clue what this is gonna be at the moment, which is gonna be an any type, for example. Not quite sure if something like that. Of course, this is gonna be our type, which we don't know. And then we're gonna unmarshal this and we're gonna say end state. Or we could use a map. We could use a map and call it a fucking day. Isn't that a thing, right? We could do this. Var state is going to be a map of string to any. And then, yeah. And if the error is not nil, of course, then we're going to basically return. No, not true. We're going to... Yeah, next C, by the way. Next C, return. Wait, we need to have B's, huh? B is going to be fetched from Redis, right? For example, B is going to be a slice of bytes, right? It's coming from the store, right? Which you're going to do. I'm thinking how I did this before, actually, to be honest, because we... Ah, I know what it is, actually. I think we need to do this. Something like load state. Or something on onload state. And we're going to give this a map of string any. Look at this. Is this beautiful? I'm actually... do we need an error? Maybe. Or load state, I don't know. I'm still in the thing. So we have load state here. So that means that if we implement that, a load state, let's call it data or something. I don't know. It's going to be a map of string any, right? We return an error. Let's print this real quick. In our case, we could say, p health is going to be data health or something, right? Right. Now we need to cast that. I know, I understand this, but sometimes it is what it is, guys. Or we could use generics. That could be a next version, right? The generics are going to be pretty fine. And then we're going to say p username. It's going to be a username here. And it's going to be a string, right? Just like that. And then we're going to return nil because everything's fine. Adita Karyapa. Can you make a video on webhooks with golang? The whole thing in depth. Not just consuming webhooks. Also publishing events and so on. I could. But it's actually not that big of a deal, to be honest. Because a webhook is actually just an endpoint, right? It's just a JSON or whatever endpoint. And you just post or get to it. I don't know what I mean. What do you want to know about it? What makes it for you hard to grasp? Tell me, so I know. So I can see what's in your mind. Right, load state. I'm gonna actually print here. Play a loading state real quick here, just like that. Data. By the way, guys, these patterns are very common used patterns in Golang, right? All these stuff, you probably don't see them too much, but I swear to God, if you're gonna work at a company or something, and you're gonna make services, and you need to, yeah, these things are gonna happen, right? Just, hey, I'm just saying, right? If you don't think it's true, it is exactly like this. So you need to understand what's going on, which I do in the full-time GoDev program. fulltimegodev.com. Cannot emphasize this enough. Right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have some bytes here. We're gonna marshal that to a map, right? We're gonna marshal that to a map. That's from Redis, that's the easy part. This key we don't care. This is P. We're gonna call, for example, this is gonna be the map, right? The data from Redis is gonna be the map string any, right? Which in our case is going to be health, for example. We're gonna mock it up, right? First things first, dopamine first. Dopamine first, guys. Trigger your reward system, dopamine first. Make it work, make it better, make it faster. That's the circle of success. Health, I don't know. Yeah, just give it some fucking health to see if it works, right? And I'm gonna say username. You know what the username is, James. Going on here. All right, data is this one, and then we're gonna say p load state data. We could call this an error if the error is not null. Println load state error next C, and that's it. MSG declared and not used? What? 15. What the fuck 15? I'm in fucking 15. Ah, here. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's all good, my friend. Don't worry about it. Preloading state. You see, it's working. Good news. Es muy bien. Alright. Can we actually rename this to save state? Now we're going to implement Redis, right? Call it a day. Yeah. Actually, to be honest, what we need to do is... we're going to say this. Look, it's so beautiful. It's all coming together. It's crazy. Let me quickly check the chat, and then we're going to make this beautiful. With interfaces, nothing is going to be hard-coded. It's going to be insane. Insane! Fuck me, man. I'm so tired. It's legit. It's illegal. I'm so tired. My throat hurts so much that it's fucking illegal to stream. Let me quickly see what's going on here. Twitch. Who's on Twitch actually, eh? Donka Clan! I'm not watching Twitch, look at that. What the fuck is this, man? Anyway, this is me, channel. 4 people, hello Twitch. Here, I want to offer a promotion on your channel. Viewers, followers, views, chat, bots. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Auto on, incredible, flexible, convenient order management panel. Everything in your hands. Turn it off. Customize. Go to doghype.com. Thank you very much. I cannot even chat in my own fucking thing, man. But it's fine. 4 people. You see, I don't know. 3 people on Twitch, including myself. That basically means all the others are sitting on YouTube, right? I don't know. I don't think my content is suited for Twitch. But still, I can just multi-stream, so who gives a fuck, right? Nobody! They don't know what they're missing. They don't know what they're missing. It's yeah. Alright, now Redis. How do we do this? Wait, first of all, what we gonna do here, guys? Why VS Code? Yeah, that's a good question. Because it doesn't matter. It legit doesn't matter, right? We could actually use anything, right? We can bump up the thing. We can actually use nvim here. Look at that. Nvim. I can even type nvim. I can even legit not type in. So we go to persistence main, right? You see, look, this is nvim. It's, I don't know. I think the visuals of VS Code are a little bit better, but hey, it's fine. We can do a little bit here so everybody is happy, right? Yeah, so what we're gonna do here is this. With persistence, we're gonna have a store, which is actually gonna store. We're gonna call this a storer or a persister or something. We're gonna make an interface here. This is actually, I don't know, I think VS Code is actually better. Look at that, it's weird. Type store interface. Twitch only works when you bring your own audience from other places to Twitch. From my own experience, Twitch alone will not help you grow your audience, sadly. No, or if you're actually putting... if I started on Twitch... But listen, there's a big difference, right? The Primogen, he's big on Twitch, but he's a streamer, right? His content is completely different. He builds no things like I do. Of course he builds. He builds, but he's not on the same level of building. Check my YouTube channel, compare. Compare my channel with the bytes of code written to the Primogen, and I can swear to God, I'm 300% sure. His video is all about entertainment, and that's fine, right? That's fine for him, because he's an entertainer, he's a streamer. He streams, and he does some programming, and he does some benchmarking, and some reaction, and it's more of a good place to hang out. That's not in my case. I'm making stuff. And that's also the reason why I will stay small on YouTube. And that's fine. That's fine for me, right? That's fine. I will make my business around my strengths, which is teaching people how to build themselves mentally, physically, and professionally by coding. That's what I do best. That's my strength, you know? The reason why I can do this is not because I am some kind of a special gifted guy. I'm a legit just a normal nobody. But I made a lot of mistakes in my life. A lot. I did a lot of things. I fucked around way too long and way too hard. I got it all and I lost it all. But still, I was able to get myself up, completely reprogram my life, get up and move on. Because for the past 35 years, nothing actually seems to work in my whole life, you know. You can be, maybe you're 24 and you're 25 and you think, or maybe you're 18 or I don't know, maybe you're in your 20s, in your mid 20s and you're telling, but my life sucks and not, I can do nothing good. Swear to God, 35 years I did nothing good. I had no success and I've still, I mean, yeah, what is success? You know what I mean? But I fucked it up 35 years. Can you imagine that? Interface. Fucked it up. It's only this year. It's only previous year actually, half previous year that I said I switched completely everything. I said I'm gonna listen to nobody and I'm just gonna do my thing. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna do everything the way I want it to be because it's my fucking life. And if you don't like that, well, that's not my problem. You know what I mean? I said that to all my friends. And yeah, things are gonna happen like I want it to happen. I'm gonna program like I want it to happen. The job where I work, it's gonna be the job that I want, that where things are going to be like I want it to be. And of course I cannot reprogram my company where I work for, but I can find a company that suits my character. So basically rebuild my life around myself. Hey, I'm so sorry, but it is what it is. What do I need to do? Live for someone else? Do I need to live for someone else? Of course not. It's my life. And the moment I started to live for myself and basically reprogrammed everything to fit my narrative, it started to work out. Isn't that crazy? That's actually crazy. Yeah. I don't listen to anything anymore. YouTube videos, how to get subscribers, how to get this. It's all a scam. It's all a scam. It's all a fucking scam. The same thing. For example, I'm gonna run, my next goal is October. In October, I'm gonna run a marathon. Am I a fucking professional runner? No. Can I run? Barely. Didn't you see me? I'm a fucking unit. I'm jacked. I weigh way too much to be a runner. I'm a sprinter. I'm explosive. But I'm gonna run a marathon. It's 42 kilometers. Which is basically, I think, in my pace is going to be like 4 hours and a half, maybe 5 hours I'm going to be running. But I know I can already, it's already imprinted in my brains, right? I'm already over the finish. I'm so sorry, but I'm already there, right? It's already done. The medal is already here. I already have them. I just do it for the medal, right? I just want to have this medal. It's an achievement nobody has. Some people want to have challenger status in League of Legends. Some people want to be diamond. I don't fucking care. I want to have the marathon medal. I want to have it because nobody has it. You know what I mean? Who has that? Couple people, right? So I want to have it. I want to push myself. And I do not listen to the internet. You need to run like this, do this exercise, buy these shoes, buy this. Shut the fuck up. I will figure it out. You know what I mean? I just go to the internet. I look the scientific basics up, and that's it. And I will figure it out. I will run. I will have injuries. I will fix it. I'm not gonna listen to anybody anymore. You know what I mean? Because most of the time, the information you get on the internet is complete bullshit. They just want to sell you something. All right. Thank you very much. Woo! God damn it. And you can hire me for your seminars. I can pump up the whole fucking crew, man. I swear to God. If I talk to your people for 1 hour, they're gonna come outside of the building and they're gonna kill a fucking elephant with their bare hands. That's how I can pump up everybody. And that's how I pump up myself. And you need to do that. You need to do that because if you cannot pump up yourself each day, your life is going to be very bad. Very bad, because life is fucking nasty. And the older you get, the nastier it becomes. So buckle up, because it's going to be a nasty ride. Everything's gonna happen. You're gonna get cheated on. You're gonna get friends are gonna backstab you. People are gonna die. It's crazy. Cancer. It's. I swear to God, guys, it's going to be fucking heavy. So prepare. If you now already be depressed because you cannot find a job or something, or somebody said that you're a little bit too fat, man. If you're now already depressed, oh boy, what's coming is gonna be way worse. So get prepared. Build your brain. Reprogram yourself every fucking day. All right. Store interface. That's actually good, and I recorded all of this so I can make a nice video. It's amazing. This day is so good. Started bad, but it's ending good. All right. It's going to be an interface. We're going to say store, something like this. We're going to have a key, right? Which is going to be a string. And it's going to have some bytes, right? The question we always have here is like an interface. How do I need to do that, right? How do I need to make this interface signature? It's a question that I always ask myself the same. Because you can do this. String, byte, which is perfectly legit. Compiler will be fine. But you can also do this. Key string and data byte, right? I think personally, but I'm not doing it. I'm basically guilty of charge that I am doing string byte most of the time. But if you build things for somebody else, if you build your own small project, you know, string, byte, store, you know what's going up, right? It's going to be the key. It's going to be the data. But if you build stuff for somebody else, it's very, very nice to see that this is going to be the key and it's going to be the data. Because, yeah. You did the marathon, now you just run the miles. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I just, like, mentally, it's no problem for me. I can suffer for a very fucking long time. I don't fucking care, right? I'm going to tell you a story real quick before I continue. It was with my ex-wife. I was at home. I was playing or sitting behind my computer. And it was Easter feast. Classic, this is classic family stuff. People that are married, this is, you're going to say, oh yeah. So we needed to eat with her mother, right? Her mother, my ex-wife's mother. But I hate that. I don't like her. The chance that she's going to watch this is nihil, right? And I said, fuck this, I'm not going. But after the dinner with her mother, we are always going to my parents, which of course I want to be there, my dad, and it's amazing, right? But I don't want to eat with my, how do you say that, mother-in-law. And I said, fuck it, take the kids, go with the car, I will run. But it's like, I think it's 35 kilometers, 35 kilometers to get there from my place where we lived then to my dad. So she took the car and I just ran with one banana, man. People on a marathon with water bottles and water, and I need this and I need food and this and that. Fuck it, man. One banana, I was just running. Purely on character, my legs were hurting. I could not run anymore. I needed to basically walk sometimes because my legs were completely empty. It was crazy. It was insane. But I reached the goal. I came actually earlier than she because she was still with her mother and I was already with my dad, running. Took a shower there. 35 kilometers, never walked a fucking mile. Never run. Just maybe 4 kilometers or something. 5 kilometers, some warm up. You see, it's all in the fucking mind, right? So I know I can do it. The only thing I need to make sure is that my body can handle it. So I need to train. Of course I need to train because if I do not train after 15 kilometers or 20 kilometers, I'm going to get cramps and everything. And then my brain can be so strong. I'm not going to be David Goggins and roll myself half fucking marathon over the things. 35 kilometers, man. Out of nothing. Just pure stubbornness, right? I was, fuck this. You think I cannot do it? Fuck you. Took a banana and fucking go with the flow. It was insane. All right, store. What time is it? 1 hour and 14. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so we're gonna get the storer here. That's perfectly fine because we're gonna say. Where the fuck am I? Stopped. This is gonna be the state. Saving state and key, that's fine. It's gonna be the store. What I'm gonna do is real quick is close this, go back here, probably close everything here, load it again. Yeah, store it, that's fine. Because we don't have that. This is fine. Now it's good. All right. You see, it's a little bit clearer. I think VS Code, from a visual perspective, I think if we can, what I'm going to do is maybe I'm going to spend some time, make it even more stripped down. And then To be honest, guys, maybe one more plugin we need in VS Code, and it's a telescope plugin, because finding stuff is a little bit weird. If we have a telescope plugin in VS Code, and we can get rid of some stuff, then I think, to be honest, with the Vim plugin, VS Code is a is in my opinion, maybe a better competitor than Vim itself. Just because a lot of things are more easier. That's my perspective. And I'm not jumping on the Vim bandwagon. I was writing in Vim before most of you were actually just on school yet. You know what I mean? You were just shitting your diapers. Right? The Primogen was, I don't know. I know how old he is, but he was still... Running 30 miles a week, that's nice, Alex J. Maybe I'm going to talk to you on Discord because I need some advice. I want to see my heart rate because I need to train basically on my endurance, right? Because my muscles are okay, right? My legs can run for 100 kilometers. My legs are insane. I have good legs. I train them unilateral. I train them very athletic. So that's fine. It's just, I don't know. These special muscles you use, right? Because running, you use your calves a lot and your shins. Like this is a little muscle in your shins. It's I don't know, these things. Your ankles, my knees. I need to have this. How do you say that? Aerobic. I don't know how we call it. Anyway, I need to know on what heart rate I need to run. 115, 120 BPM. I have no clue. Yeah, training is important, Alex. Alex telling me, I do recommend training. I love your attitude and discipline. It's all mental. True, it's all mental. Especially the last miles are very mentally because you never train for them, right? If you want to train for a marathon, you never train for the full 42 kilometers, right? You only train for, I don't know, 30, 32, 35 maybe. But like I said, your body needs to get used to that stuff. So that's what I'm going to train for. I also need to lose weight because I weigh too much. Is the actor paradigm different from any actor state? No, the actor paradigm is the same. It's the same paradigm for everything, you know? What kind of training do you do? Do you just gym or something more specific? I go to the gym, yeah. But I train every muscle group 2 times in a week, right? And the first time I train them, it depends actually, but the first time I train a muscle group, I train it for strength, right? And then the other time I train it more for more of an explosive way, more of a volume-ish way. And I'm also paying a lot of attention on stretching and certain range of motions, right? I'm always going full range of motions in everything, and that's what keeping my joints and my flexibility very nice. I'm stretching a lot. I'm foam rolling almost each day. So I'm keeping my body very healthy, right? That's the only reason why I can do that, because otherwise... Electrolytes are important and magnesium after. I remember my girlfriend, she's a runner too, and she already did a marathon previous year. It's the same marathon that I'm going to run. And she did it, and she was basically eating these gels every half hour. It was crazy, as like a burst of shells everywhere in her thing. I was eating it every half hour, and she ran it out. It was nice. And I said to her, next year. She had that medal. She came over the finish, and she had that medal. And I said, fuck! I want to have that medal too. I swear, that's the only reason I'm doing it. It's not because I want to run a marathon. Nobody had time for this training, man. I don't want to do this. But this medal, she had that fucking medal. It's a marathon medal. Who the fuck has a marathon medal? Who runs 42 miles in his life. 5 hours. Who did that? Nobody. A handful of people. So I was so jealous on the fucking medal. And I said to her next year, it's my time to shine, baby. The medal is mine. The medal is fucking mine. And the only thing that's gonna stop me is a fucking injury. Or I die. Or I get ill. And even though I'm gonna try, I don't care. I'm just gonna take the medal and sip margaritas on the beach. That's what I'm gonna do. I swear to God, I'm gonna run it. Maybe I'm gonna make some vlogs about it. I don't know. I actually have no clue. I will make some videos about it. Don't run, you will burn out your knees. I'm squatting 150 kilos once times in a week. 150 kilos on my back. No pussy pad, just iron, just a bar. Metal bar in my neck with 140 kilos. Squatting that. 150. And you're gonna say that running is going to bust out my knees? I have joints like I'm saying. Like I said, my athletic is something that my dad has. It's in my family, right? Some people are basically just not athletic at all. As some people, they are just born with some kind of, I don't know, and whatever they do, it's fine. But I can, of course, running is bad, right? Running is bad. You need to have good shoes. You need to run on your midfoot, not on your heels and all that stuff. But hey, we will see. More of a reason not to run, also true. But like I said, I'm a little bit tired of being this gym stuff is nice, but I want to have goals. You know what I mean? I want to have some goals. Like it's not that I'm gonna run for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna get the medal and call it a day. You know what I mean? Just taking care of that stuff. It's a goal, taking care, have the medal done, right? And then nobody's gonna, Just for my kids, they need to know who's the daddy. You know what I mean? They need to see, oh, my dad, he's everything. He was this, he was that, he was on YouTube. He was a fucking Greek god in his 40s. I'm in 30s, 36, but still, they need to have somebody to look up to. You know what I mean? My son, right? It's like every kid loves a superhero, right? So if you have kids, are you a superhero? Are you a superhero for your children? Think about that. I want to be that. You know what I mean? I want to be. You need to have some kind of an example to look up to. You know what I mean? If they get older, they need to say, oh, my dad, so I can do this too. You know what I mean? And if I say to my kids, you need to do this, you need to go to the gym, you need to go, you need to work, you need to make money, and I didn't do it myself, then I'm a fucking hypocrite. What am I, loser am I? If you have kids and you tell them you need to do this and you need to do that, but you're a lazy motherfucker. That's why they don't listen. Oh, it's so fucking warm in here, you're not gonna lie. Like I said, you always need to walk the talk. Like I said, I'm maybe you're never gonna see me do something or say something that I never did, right? And I'm telling everyone right now, it's very important. I'm telling everyone that I know that I'm gonna do a marathon, and it's not to brag. It's to seal the deal. This is to seal the deal. I told my parents. It's in October. It's way far. I told my parents, I told people in the gym, I told my girlfriend, I told my kids, everybody knows it. I told you, everybody knows it, because I'm sealing the deal. Because I know if I don't do it, with any good excuse, right? If I broke my leg, of course I cannot, right? But if I don't do it, then I'm gonna need to take the pain, right? Then I'm gonna take the loss, the L, how do you say that? The D from defeat. And I need to take it like a man. So I'm sealing the deal right now so I can be committed. You know what I mean? It's more of a motivation, right? It's important. So if you want to lose weight or something, or you want to do something in life, just a lot of people say you don't need to say it before it happens. That's not true. I think you need to tell it directly. So you make a pact with the world. So you're gonna be embarrassed. You know what I mean? You're gonna be humbled if you don't succeed in what you're telling people you're gonna do. You know, it's very important. Mapsing Annie, yeah, it's indeed from the generic clip. And to be honest, guys, I think we could also use some generics here because we can make something like a persistence with some kind of a T Annie or something, right? And that's something we can do. But like I said, I don't like to use generics that much. It's sometimes it can be beneficial, these small helper functions. For example, if you need to do some sorting or take the largest or smallest number, these small functions. But most of the time, generics will shoot you in the foot because you need to basically, it's like you need to traverse your generics, right? If you put it in there, then the next thing you need to know it, and everybody needs to know what it needs to be. It's very annoying sometimes. So if you can avoid it, if you can avoid generics. It is what it is. You're gonna barely see me use it. And actually, I don't know. Store key data, right? cpit, that's going to be the key, right? That's going to be the key, and then we're going to store the data, which is going to be this. Oh yeah. Is this one, right? cpit can, we're going to need to cast it to a string, yeah. Is that an error? Always good practice to make it an error. If R is going to be this, R is not going to be null, then we can basically do, I don't know. Actually, to be honest, copy the whole shebang, right? Fail to store the state. Boom. Let's just try this real quick. Of course, no, we can't. We don't have a storage, and it's going to be a panic null pointer dereference things going on. What is this? This is going to be initialized, so we're going to load the state. We don't need this shenanigans here. That's fine. Then we're going to implement the Redis store and call it a day, right? Then we're going to talk a little bit, and yeah. Start running now. I'm training in my longest week. Had 55 miles. Nice, man. Alex seems like a fucking. He knows what up, man. He's programming. He's knowing stuff. He's sharing information with me. I like him. I like Alex J. This is what it is. Of course, I like everybody. I like all of you guys. Hey, come on. Yeah. So. It's like already 1 hour and a half, so my attention span, as you know me, is already gone, right? It's hard. Like I said, it's easier to shit talk and to react and to yada yada yada. It's super easy. I can do that for hours and hours, but coding and explaining and going to the chat, going back, switch context, think. Hey, that's on another level. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the storage. Let's make. A quick thing. It's gonna be all over the fucking place, right? We're gonna say a Redis store. There's gonna be a struct real quick. I'm gonna implement real quick this thing at Redis store. Yeah, just like that. We're gonna say store, which is gonna have a key, string, and also a state. There's gonna be a slice of bytes, and we're gonna return an error, and then we're gonna say this return nil. So everything is fine. Look at that. That's what you're gonna do, guys. This is crazy. Like I said, I'm built different in a lot of ways. And if you want to be this good, fulltime.f.com, and you will not regret it. 30% off. It's just me in front of a camera, right? It's not a special education. It's me, like now, explaining things making these complete projects with all my knowledge. Over 50 hours and counting. There is no such thing on the internet. There is none. There is none. Whoa! Volodymyr Sintia. Look at this guy. I can do programming in Golang and my PB in bench is 125 kilograms. I'm living my best life. Ooh, baby. I cannot even bench 125 kilograms. My respect to you, my friend. That's insane. That's crazy. Hey, like I said, that's what I want to see here, right? I want to see PBs. I want to see weights being lifted, marathons being run. I want to see sweat. I want to see testosterone. That's what I want to see. And if you're a girl, I want to see the same thing. Goals being crushed. You know what I mean? Glutes being pumped. Leggings tight. That's what I want to see. Confidence. No arrogance. Confidence. There are always two places. There are always two seats where I go. Two. For me and for my ego. That's true. I can live with that. Alright, so we're going to have a Redis store here. So we're going to say n a Redis. Guys, it's better to have a big ego than being soy deaf. Soy deaf. Drinking milk. Soya milk. If I drink milk, it's going to be milk from a fucking cow. You know what I mean? Hand milked. That's what I want to drink. Yeah, it is what it is. I want to have... It needs to come from a cow. Not from some kind of a plant. Redis store. I'm completely... I can't even type anymore. Alright. So you can see the point, right? So we have this Redis store embedded in this this dependency injected into this with persistence, with middleware. So it's a nice onion we are making. You could basically extract that and put it on the line above and something, yada, 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 but it's fine. Like I said, make it work, make it better, and then you're going to make it fast, right? The thing is, I'm going to mimic this real quick before I'm adding Redis itself. Storing to Redis. Perfect. What about goat milk? Goat milk. I swear to God, everything except goat milk. Goat cheese, not for me. That's no, that's not for me. I don't know. Goats, I like them. I'm not gonna eat them, and also not gonna drink something from them. I don't know why. The same with rabbits. Rabbit meat? I can no. If you see these, no. A cow? I actually only eat cow. I don't eat pigs and chicken, of course. Cow and chicken. That's what I eat. Cow and chicken. Yeah. Question for you, my young man. Shari! Can you change your tire or do you go fishing? You need to know how to do both, man. I swear to God. I'm gonna... Damn. Next stream, I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna hold it up here. And then you're gonna be humbled once again. Like I said, I am from a complete other level. I also come from a complete different planet. Sometimes I think I'm not from planet Earth. It's a picture from me in my younger days with a fish. A carp. But boy, oh boy. It was a huge motherfucker. I think it was 18 kilograms. 18 kilogram carp. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna walk the talk. If I had my pictures here, because I moved recently, so I know where they are somewhere. I could basically hold the picture here, and you're gonna see me with a carp, and it's a big boy. It's a big fish. You know what I mean? Yeah. So into Redis. So it's actually working. The next thing what I want to do is is load state, right? Load key string, and that's going to return basically a slice of bytes and errors, right? That's what it's going to be. Load state data. Actually, it's going to be bytes. No, it's going to be map. Wait. It's going to be a map string any. You're going to load that thing. I don't know so much. Wait. I'm actually tired, so I'm gonna do it quick and dirty, right? You know what I mean? Fuck it. I'm sweating. Everything hurts. My brain is already sipping margarita somewhere else. Yeah. I have 20,000 mails I need to answer and all that stuff. It's crazy. B. We're gonna say, actually, to be honest, store load this thing. That's fine. So we know the B. Then we need to marshal it. That's actually a little bit. Couple things we can do for the programming and specialist within here. We could do the JSON marshalling here, but then the JSON marshalling is going to be tied to the implementation of the persistence function. Or we can basically say let load state will basically just give the bytes, and we need to marshal that to whatever we want in our function. Both are fine. Both are fine, right? Both are fine. Let's do the marshalling real quick here. So we're gonna say you first need to load that, and we're gonna say here if add is going to be JSON unmarshal B and data, and the error is not null. These errors, man, it's crazy. Why is that? Look, fatal. Fuck it. You need to fix that, right? We need to fix that. Actually, get checkout minus B. No. Yeah. Persistence. Hey, what am I doing? Hey. Oh, yeah. Missing mental low, is that true? Oh, yeah. Slice of bytes, hey? All right, return nil. 20 minutes. 20 minutes to go. Oh, man. So nothing gonna happen here, actually, to be honest, right now. Hey, man! Yeah, of course, because we don't return nil. Yeah. Fine. Okay, cool. So basically, let me open up GitHub real quick, eh? I'm so sorry, my friends. Woo! Yes. Build is failing, but it's fine. We trust the internet. Hey, that's what it is. We don't care, right? I hate it that there is no... That is V9. I hate these V9s, man. It's so annoying. Okay. God damn it. Oh, everything hurts, man. It's crazy. Hey, hello. What are you downloading, man? Hello? Ah, rendezvous. Alright, that's fine. So now we are in here. So how do we do a Redis thing, to be honest? First of all, we're going to make a client, right? This is going to be a Redis store. It's fine. So I think you're going to have something like a client, which is going to be Redis dot client. Is that true? And it's going to be a Go Redis, but I think because it's a V9, right? We drive V8s, but we need to use V9s, right? It's going to be a client here, so we're going to make a new Redis store. Func new Redis store. We're going to take in a C, which is going to be a Redis client here, right? Redis dot client. Perfectly fine. It's going to return a Redis store. Normally an error, but we don't care right now. Just for example, right? A Redis command, please. Yes. We're going to return this and Redis store. Boom. Client. It's going to be this C, right? Beautiful, right? So if you want to store, you're going to say r.client. I have no clue. Set. RDP, where's that coming from? Context to do, of course. Never do that. Key value. Key. String. State. Can we actually store? What does that do? Can store values. Is it going to marshal this? Or hit cell or something? That would be crazy. I can remember something like that. I think we could do state like this. It's gonna be fine. A TTL 0 R. It's that easy. It's that easy, guys. Like I said, the easy part. It's that easy. Now we need to load, right? How do we do that? Get easy. We're gonna actually copy this, paste that in. We're gonna do just this. Fat get, I mean. Ctx and key, right? Right? Like a duck, right? Sometimes I listen to my own streams and I always say right. I sound like a fucking duck all the time. It's crazy. Nobody's saying something about it. What is this? This is such a bad library. I say this before. This is such bad. Dot result. Dot. Oh man, it's nah. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, to be honest. Oh yeah, GG. PD, thanks, man. I know. I still need to learn it because actually my whole brain is implemented with Mac tab switching, but now I'm 6 months on Windows and I'm too lazy to actually learn these things, but it is fine. I need to, yeah, sometimes I'm too lazy to do that stuff. Of course, this is not gonna work because this is gonna return. What is this? Gonna be a result probably. Let me inspect this motherfucker here real quick. That is result, right? Can we do this? It's gonna be an error probably, right? Yes, okay, cool. But we need result. Val R. Okay. Is even better. Okay, now I got it, guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Where's val? It's a string. Is that? Is that true? Actually, I'm gonna put out my yeah, that's fine. Val is a string. Okay. So we can actually return here the bytes of this val and the error, right? Right? I need to stop. I need to reprogram myself because I hate it. If I hear myself, I hate it. But it's crazy. The next thing we're gonna do is basically copy this and call it a day, right? Do this. Localhost, that's the default shenanigans. Password DB not set, RDB, perfectly fine. This is the client, actually, to be honest. I don't like to name this RDB. Just make it client to be... actually, to be honest, we're gonna make this a Redis client. Right? Everybody can read that, Redis client. We're gonna put that client into... Let's clean this up a little bit, right? Let's delete this thing. Boom. Let's paste it in here. You're gonna say that the store is gonna be a Redis store, right? In our case, and we're gonna say that the client here is going to... We're gonna say that the client here is going to be the Redis client. Okay? And then we're gonna put the store in here. Call it a day. Hopefully it works for the first time. We can all go home, take the money, and sip margaritas on the beach. That's the first thing I'm gonna learn you. If you know how that works, then you're golden. You're set. Hey, we have a new Redis store, by the way. Look at that. We have a new Redis store, guys. So we need to use that function, right? New Redis. New. VS Code sometimes, right? A Redis client. Beautiful. Beautiful. And now we could do something like this, just to the how do you say that? The cherry on the pie. Cherry on the pie. Cherry on the pie. Look at this, beautiful, clean, right? Actually, to be honest, we can even do this, boom, and put that even in here, right? To make everything clean. And maybe we're gonna put the new engine first. Boom. Look at that. Look at this. Beautiful. No spaces. Look at that. That's how it needs to be. I have no clue if it's gonna work, to be honest. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna go with the flow. What is it? Go with the flow. What's going on here? Let's press enter. But that is this nil. Yeah, wait. The thing what we need to do, guys, because we're gonna try to load the state. And we cannot actually... We cannot do this, right? We need to do a mucking thing. You're gonna say println, maybe error. Because it's gonna say that that the state is not fine because there is no state. It's a fresh state, right? We don't care actually, to be honest. I think we need to return a next C here and a return, to be honest. A marshal, I don't think that's gonna be the problem. Let's see if that's gonna work. All right, so Redis nil is fine. Then we're gonna close it, and now we're going to basically try it again. What's that? That's JSON. This is so bullshit. It's float64. And listen, this is very important. Basically, all my life, I asked myself why the JSON marshaller always converted ints to floats, 64s. All my life. I thought, why? Why are you doing that? But in my current job, Trading Light, I am making a programming language. A scripting language. We are making our own scripting language, which is called LitScript. Look it up on the internet, Trading Light LitScript, right? And I'm implementing the whole programming language inside Golang. Golang compiles it, Golang is the runtime. I'm making that. And what I'm doing in this programming language for a very long time, until today, this morning, when I was working, is that I'm basically, if somebody, if there is an int, I basically make it an integer, and if somebody makes a float, it's going to be a float, and then I need to do some conversions, and I hate it. It's just annoying. And today I was implementing the math library, and that's actually the reason that I thought by myself, okay, I had enough. Every integer is going to be a float 64 from now on. And I think that's the exact same reason they do. Right? Okay, the problem is here. The good news is that it actually found state, right? I think. Here. It's gonna be it's gonna be so nasty, but hey, this is what it is. Just for the sake of, we're gonna say a string conf. No, we can't underscore then. String conf. Actually, to be honest. What are you doing? La, la, la. Yay! 3082, eh? Ela Bacchus. Look at this. The champion once again. 73, we are loading the state. This guy, live on stream. Crazy. I'm happy. Hey, you can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want from me. But this is legit, right? I'm teaching you it completely. All right, listen. I'm teaching you this. It 2 hours. It took me 1 hour, 52 seconds. We did some live advice and some joking around. But I teach it you. It's very important stuff because if you think, but I don't, yeah, it's important. This is what you're gonna do most of the time. You know what I mean? How do you delete the word backwards? How do you delete the word backwards? You don't actually. Let's say there's a word here, and what I'm most of the time I'm doing is CW. A CW, and this, I'm doing this command CW, right? And no matter where I am, I can do it basically here. Oh, I can't actually, to be honest. Wait, this is actually changed. How do I? Huh? Today I was already a little bit. Today I was trying to. Now this is basically changed on the cursor. How do I do that? I'm confused. Change words? Huh? Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing actually, to be honest. Like I said, if I need to think about it, I'm choking because I don't think about it anymore. That's a problem. Somebody asked me today, how can you scroll? And I said I cannot show it. It's crazy. It's like if I look at my keyboard and I need to show somebody something, I can't. It's all automatic. It's crazy. It's the more I focus on typing, the more I focus on thinking on stuff that I'm doing, the more I choke. The more I'm relaxed, the more I'm basically just zoning in and I'm just doing stuff. It all works flawlessly. But don't ask me how I do it because I have no fucking clue. I don't know, what is that normal? I have no clue. DW, that's what I thought. That's what I'm doing all the fucking time. Why is it not working? Backwards, right? Change. I never do that. You know what I mean? I never. If I need to change store, I basically do B. I go to the beginning. Right? I just go to the beginning and then I do CW. That's what I do to change that backwards, right? I do B, beginning of word, change word. That's what I do. Right? I'm here, B, CV, CW, something else. That's how I do it. I don't know. But I have a weird Vim usage. I have not the fastest keybinds, trust me. I think the Primeagen is 10 times faster than me. Maybe 100 times faster than me. I don't use much. I don't use much things. I only use my arrow keys and some basic stuff, to be honest. It's stored here, by the way. This one, right? All right, cool. So it's working, guys. Are there any questions? To be honest, it's insane that it worked from the first time, right? But what I think we could do, basically, I don't really like this load state stuff. You could do generics to basically inject some kind of a struct you could use and all that shenanigans. So you don't need to do these conversions. There's a lot of options. You can make it better. But this is a good base layer, right? This is a very good base layer where you can do your own stuff. Change inside Word, but that's... I'm using that for parentheses. For example, if I'm here, I'm doing change inside parentheses. Change inside here. But for Word, I don't know if that's going to work, actually. Hey, it is! Yeah, but that's already a weird key binding for me now. See, I don't use that too much for words. I just do a B, change word. You can do it and a million. In Vim, there's always a couple ways to do some stuff, and most of the time there is a more efficient way. The question is, if it makes sense for you, it's fine, right? Because I'm typing with my 10 fingers, but a lot of people type with 8 fingers, right? They don't use their pinky or something. It's fine. That's fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Of course, if you type with your 4 fingers, it's going to be problematic, but yeah. Beautiful. I'm gonna, yeah. Should I already? I'm gonna commit this already a little bit. I'm gonna call this whip. I'm gonna call it whip because I'm gonna make it better, right? It's for basically for open source. Redis persistence example, right? Origin. How do we call that? Persistence? Yeah. Beautiful! Alright, are there any questions? Are there any concerns I need to basically help you with? Notification is insane. The Primogen. Look at this guy. Streaming YouTube. Alfie is married. It's crazy, man. The Primus Alfie is married. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. What am I doing here? Twitch. That was I was checking for Twitch. Yeah, this one. Two people. This is disgusting! Disgusting! I'm wasting bandwidth for 2 people? And they probably don't even follow me. God damn it. What a waste of time. Xariu, he's nice. The Baufs, League of Legends, I watch him sometimes. Anyway. Disgusting it is. Leeches! Look, in on the chat. I don't know what's going on, man. Alright, are there any questions, my friends? Who can I help? Who can I enlighten? Who can I bring some more fire? Well, actually, to be honest, guys, today is an important lesson I wanna teach to you. Let me first go to GitHub and let me actually, to be honest, I'm at GitHub, right? Wait, this fucking huge font. I'm gonna lie. This beautiful boy here. We're at 219. Persistence, yeah. For oh yeah, there is another thing I need to check. That compare pull request. It's fine. A good lesson for today is basically, like I said, this night I woke up, right? And this is a very important lesson. This night I woke up, and I always try to aim for 7 hours sleep. I'm not 5 a.m. club. Hey, that's nothing for me. I want to sleep 7 hours. I don't want to sleep 8 or 9, 7, right? That's what I want to do. It's good for your testosterone. It's good as a man, as a woman. It's for everybody good. 7 hours, right? Because you cannot work. You cannot work for, I don't know, Elon Musk maybe, but still, it's different, right? I need to do everything myself. I need my rest. Simple. 7 hours. But I woke up this night, and basically, I woke up with a very, how do you say that? Throat pain. Throat infection. Swallowing, it hurts. I couldn't sleep. It was Went downstairs, took some, how do we call it, dafalgan. They say it in my country, dafalgan. You know, 1 grams, of course, like nothing, because I'm used to it. Back in my days when I was young, I was always drunk, so I... dafalgan. Bam. Back to sleep. I woke up again at 7 to put the kids to school and everything, you know, make the sandwiches and everything. Oh, throat hurts like a motherfucker. I didn't feel well. I needed to work, prepared a lot of stuff. But I work at home, right? So it's easy for me to go and lie in my seat. Nobody's here, right? It's literally, you are here now, but nobody's here. I can just play some games or just sleep and do whatever I want. But I still was on my desk making stuff. I still went to the gym. I had pain, and I still have pain. You have no clue how hard I'm suffering, guys. I was thinking, should I stream? Maybe I should reschedule it. Said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Right? That's a very important lesson. It doesn't matter how you feel. Nobody fucking cares, right? Nobody fucking cares about your feelings. Legit nobody, right? So, hey. And it's these days that makes a difference. That you need to remember that. These days making the difference. All right. And the child should have persistent middleware too. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. How would you pass a persistent middleware with Redis store if actor is spawning a child? Make gym videos. Actually, guys, I'm not gonna make gym videos, man. Hollywood Run failed on my cell phone. GitHub mail. We failed. Ay. It's again context cancellation, probably exceeded. Is it? Something I need to fix still. There is something real going on sometimes. Actually, it doesn't matter. What I want to say. How do you pass active states? Good question, actually. But the same state. I see what's going on. A good question, Teddy. I think what we need to do here. Because you're gonna spawn a function from this actor, right? For example, here you could do C spawn child. For example, I'm gonna spawn child func. For example, here. Does it actually work? Spawn child func. Yeah. Could do a func C. Actor context here, right? Do this, call it child here, right? With middleware. And then you need to... But what state do you want? You want the parent state. Wait, wait, let me first reread this thing. Let me first read. How would you pass a persistent middleware with Redis store if the actor spawns? Okay, cool. Listen, this one. It's the same thing, right? First of all, you can never ever share states between parents and childs directly, right? You know that? That's against the principles. You have your parent, you have your child, and they communicate with messages. All good, right? So there's no need to basically do something else than just this, right? Than the Redis store in here. Of course. Yeah, Terry, you're right. We need to basically... right, it's going to be this, right? With persistence, and you need to Redis store here, right? How I would solve it right now, and in the scope of how things look right now, is by make it some kind of attach it to the parent for now. Attach your store to the parent, right, and play state. Here, Redis store, right? RS, RS is going to be a Redis store, right? Something like that. Or actually, to be honest, what you could do is this storage, right? It's even better, right? Let's call S, right? Just like that, right? And then what you do here is basically S. PS. PS, I love you. PS, I love you. That's what I would do it. Of course, you're sitting with your, okay, I think it's fine because it's only your parent actor will have the storer interface, and you can use that to basically boot your childs up, and childs don't need to have it. Or what we also could do in the framework is add some kind of a registry for this stuff, but I don't think it's needed, or make it a global. Hey, I think this is the cleanest one. Something like this, right? Attach that to your root, and then you can pass it with your children. Yeah, yes, you got it right. Oh yeah, you pass it down to the child from the band. Exactly. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. I have no performance. Of course, you don't have any performance. Just a pointer that sits there, right? Doesn't matter. It's fine. Perfectly fine, Teddy. You're the man. All right, guys. I'm gonna stop because I'm hurting. I'm actually a little bit worried. All right, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Consider subscribing if you're not subscribed yet. Yada yada. Jump into the Discord community. Thanks, and hey.